So mean, I make medicine sick.
Come on! Root to the fruit, more bass than Bootsy Collins. You versus me, that's like Ali versus Foreman. Guards act, stand back and watch. Devil's timeout, can't be timed with no swatch. Watch who I am, the Black Abraham. Zungo Zungo Bang, Yellow Man, Vietnam. Adding extra bars, I spar with little tour, taking kingdoms from czars, winning more wars than the more.
Now what the deal, star? I seen the devil spar with the law. Mathematics was the key to set my whole race free. You might debate we, a refugee, no harm hurt me. Dying thirsty from the struggle to my own hustle bubble on the low. Woe is me to show the free bar right. The righteous Asiatic take a while, shades on rough light. Civilized like the Molly Burgundy. Wally rockin', seen the fifth when Ali clocked and John Forte, you keep.
All right. LDBC, there's your boy, Coach Sheldon Harrison. You're live on the Coach Sheldon Harrison Combat Sports Show Live. Okay, folks, I know a lot of you're wondering, why do I have this up? Why do I have this montage? I call this the montage of F-ups. And the reason why I call it a montage of F-ups, these are people on this montage. They're not necessarily messed up like in life, because all these guys, they're probably all millionaires, okay? I'm pretty sure that each one of these fighters, they're multimillionaires. So, according to money and standards, they are successful. But these are people that I'm extremely disappointed in. I'm disappointed to the fact that, they remind me, they are really a part of this new age generation where, they want everything now instead of doing what it takes to get what they want. And this is this generation, and I can give you an example, man. I can give you an example of each one. I'm disappointed in these guys on the screen, man. Very disappointed. And I really followed these guys, very diehard in the sport of boxing. And I used to be a fan of Canelo. If he ever got away from Oscar De La Hoya, I would probably end up being a fan of Canelo again. I'm pretty sure I would. But I'm disappointed. Starting with Anthony Joshua, I was disappointed when Joshua, he said that, hey, you know what, fighting Deontay Wilder is not, something I really want to do right now. Maybe 2019, maybe 2020, I'll fight Deontay Wilder. And you guys got to understand that Deontay Wilder is the other champion. If he beats Wilder, okay, he can become the undisputed champion. And I'm thinking, why wouldn't you want to become the undisputed champion? Why wouldn't you want to be, why wouldn't you want to know who's the best? But it's not about that, guys. It's about making as much money as possible with Joshua. It just is. And, he's going to try to squeeze out as many of those $15, $20 million paydays, fighting guys that he don't really have to do a lot of work to beat. And that's the norm now. That's what these guys will do. Now, I won't put Broner on that category of people who will just fight who won't fight. Broner will at least fight, okay? Broner will at least, on this matchup, he'll take a tough fight. He's taken several tough fights. That's why, I can't completely just decimate Broner altogether. Even though Broner is an idiot, I can't completely decimate him. Then you got Povetkin. He's one of these guys that, he cheats. He cheats to win. The guy is a known he's a known steroid abuser. He's been doing it for a long time in his career. He's been caught several times, but it's okay. The guy gets a pass. I mean, he's disappointed. I mean, could you imagine what these guys on the screen would be if they literally just went and they went out and worked for what they wanted? If they really did it. If they actually put the work in instead of trying to do things the wrong way, actually put the time into doing it right. Alexander Povetkin, him, and people will speculate that, he, took steroids to avoid fighting tough fights or to get popped, or he took the steroids to give him an advantage because he knew that he didn't have the skill set to beat the fighters that he was facing on natural causes. He just don't have that kind of, he don't have it. It's this generation, guys. And we got to really stop being so shocked when these fighters are turning down fights, when they say erradical things. It's this generation. It's the I don't want to work hard, I want everything now generation. That's what this is. Okay, it's nothing more, man. These people, what they all have in common is that they don't know how to get in there and really, really expect the best out of themselves. All of them have it in common. I don't care if they fighting tough opponents or not. These opponents, these guys you see on the screen, they got something in common. And they don't believe that they can expect the best out of themselves. They just don't. Like you got Canelo. I mean, the guy had to juice up. To beat Triple G. He thought he needed juice to beat Gennady Golovkin. He thought that. If not, then, he wouldn't have been juiced up. There's no excuse, man. The guy got caught juicing. He got, caught taking that clenbuterol. And, folks, it's going to give him an advantage. It may not give him a strength advantage, but it gives him an advantage. And that's just how it is, folks. It's nothing else to it. The guy was cheating. He didn't expect the best out of himself. Then you got Adrien Broner. Okay? You got Adrien Broner. He got all the gifts in the world, but he's a buffoon. Adrien Broner is a known buffoon. He's an idiot. He says and does dumb things, and Adrien Broner is very self-destructive. He's very self-destructive. He destroys what he builds because deep down in his mind, it's embedded in this guy's brain that he don't think that he can do what his body's capable of. See, the mind and the body are powerful things, but the mind, you know, people can actually starve sickness off of themselves. People can actually not be sick, you know that? If their mind can control the outcome. Adrien Broner's mind don't never control the outcome. His mind is always his destruction. That's why this guy can't do nothing. See, you guys are thinking like all this stuff shocking you. See, I've been a coach for 20 years, man, and I've seen the degeneration of the athlete just come to pass. I've seen it. I'm seeing it here with my own eyes. You know, you got athletes, man, if it get a little water on the ground or if it rain, they stay home or they don't want to come out. It's not like it was, guys. We're expecting these people to be, you know, really dedicated athletes, and they're not dedicated. They get a payday and these guys disappear. I mean, you know, take Keith Thurman. I mean, this guy, he came out and said, I'm not fighting Errol Spence. I'm not fighting him. I'm taking me a few tune-up fights. But even before Errol Spence and he got injured, that was an issue, he still wasn't going to fight Errol Spence. And, you know, Keith trying to make it seem like he's done all this thing in boxing. Now, his resume is not that great either. Keith Thurman don't have a great resume. Him or Errol Spence, their resumes are not that great. So why not fight each other, you know? But that's not how Keith thinking. Keith talking about, well, this is the Super Bowl for me. But this guy ain't never had a pay-per-view event. That's something I don't get, man. Keith Thurman, he's never been on pay-per-view. But he seems to think that he's a star. See, I've got to the point now with these boxers, I've just stopped expecting the best out of them. And I've just started expecting, I mean, just what they'll give, which is, you know, almost nothing. These fighters, they'll give you absolutely nothing. I mean, Keith Thurman, he's one of those guys, man. They want everything now. See, all these guys, they want to live like Floyd Mayweather. They want that lifestyle. But they're not willing to go in there and just take a fight based on, okay, I got to fight these people. I got to fight a bunch of fights in order to get my name out there. I got to win. You know, see, they don't see, at least, you know, Floyd. I'm not even a huge Floyd fan, but the guy, he had confidence in his own skills to go out there and take fights, okay? He took them. He took dirt fights. He took garbage fights. And nowadays, man, these fighters are a rarity. You know, your Deontay Wilders, okay? Your Errol Spence Jr.'s, your Tyson Furies. These type fighters, they're rare, man. They're very rare. And, guys, I'm telling y'all, they're going to be gone before we know it. We really need to be celebrating the Tyson Furies, the Errol Spence Jr.'s, the Deontay Wilders, who they'll go out there, they'll put it all on the line, and they're not afraid to fight anybody. That's who we need to be going after. You got Billy Joe Saunders, you know, and we call him Billy Ho because the man, he got on national TV or in an interview in front of the world and said that Gennady Golovkin will beat him and any other 160 pound on the planet. He said that. He said it. It came out his own mouth. And I'm like, you know what? What's going on, man? But then if you look at Billy Joe Saunders' son, and his son act like he ain't got no home training, well, then you know where he get it from. You know, Billy Joe Saunders, man, is a trip. And now, you know, Billy Joe Saunders sitting here trying to act like, you know, he's all, you know, he's brave now, like, you know, little man trying to throw down there. Now he won't Golovkin, okay? After he watched Kell Brook fight him, after he watched Danny Jacobs fight him, then, you know, and nobody is calling this guy out for this, man. Nobody. No, I don't buy Billy Joe Saunders. I mean, what? Now you want to fight him when, you know, Triple G looked, you know what, like he compromised? Why didn't you fight him 2 years ago when the fight was there? See, that's what I don't get. Why wouldn't you want to fight him then? Yeah, man, I'm not buying this, man. Billy Joe Saunders is a fraud as well. And Gennady Golovkin himself, people avoided him at first, but now you got some of these young, hungry champions, man, that want to fight him. And this guy, you know, he kept cherry picking until they got a hold of Vanas Monterosian. Like, come on, man. I mean, Demetrius Andrade, you know, wanted to fight him, you know? Erslandy Laura wanted to fight him. I mean, god dog, man. Jamal Charlo wanted this fight. But this guy, he bypassed all of those guys to pick Vanas Monterosian. Then he was trying to get, what's his name? The guy that looked like Soda Popinski from Punch-Out. What's that guy name? O'Leary or whoever his name is. He was trying to get him in there, man. And I'm like, man, come on, man. You see, what these guys' problems are, man. What these guys' problems are, they really, really are afraid. They're afraid to be as great as they can be. See, they're afraid to be great without assistance, without an excuse. These guys don't want to be great, man. They just want to, they want to do just enough. You ever had those athletes that do just enough to get by? You know, they do enough, And then, you know, they want everything in the world. They want every single thing in the world, but they're doing just enough to get just enough in the world instead of getting everything that they want in the world. These are the athletes right here, man. And these athletes, they're a disappointment. These fighters, man, they're disappointing. They're a disappointment in life because you just think about what these guys could have been if they would have tested themselves. Like, if each one of these guys would have really went and tested themselves to the max. And I think Broner has tested himself. I think he's done that. But it's all for naught because Adrien Broner has gone in and self-destroyed everything that was good. That's what Broner did. You got a lot of fighters like this, man. Like Canelo. Like, really, Canelo, like, you know, what if he would have fought one of the Charlos, you know? What if he would have took on everybody that just really went out and called him out and beat him? These guys don't care much about legacy, man. They don't care about it. They only care about the glamour that the fight game provides for them. They don't care about their legacy. They could care less, man. You got a screen full of guys that's afraid. You know, you got a screen full of guys that don't want to be tested. You got a screen full of guys that's got so many excuses. Every last one of these people on the screen, man, they make excuses day in and day out. They make them all the time. Have y'all noticed that all these fighters on the screen got this crap in common? They all make a lot of excuses for why they don't want to do what they're supposed to do. Congratulations, guys. This is what Tyson, Holyfield, Spinks, okay, this is what Ali, Frazier, this is who they left the boxing game to. Great job. Now, this is who we got to depend on for great fights. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done. What are you waiting on? Subscribe.